Hey guys, my name is Mysca and welcome to Overwatch Central. Today we're gonna take a look at basically a patch that just came out. So of course the new tank hero Wrecking Ball has just hit. Hammond, Wrecking Ball, whatever you want to call him. He is now on the live client, so not just on the PTR. And honestly, this patch might be a bit confusing, and I'm already seeing some confusion around it, which is why I wanted to kind of go over it. Because, of course, yeah, Hammond is in the game. He's not available in competitive play. Don't worry, they've not put him in just yet. It'll be a little bit longer, but as you can see, all of his skins are here. This is the live client, as you can see in the top right here. This is all my current stuff. But either way, yeah, basically, Hammond is out, and yeah, you can properly have a look at all of his stuff on the live client now. And, of course, there are also some changes from the PTR that have gone to the live servers. Now, this is the kind of confusing part. At least some people are already not just quite sure what has actually gone through and what hasn't. So, of course, you guys remember those support changes we talked about not too long ago. We saw a few different changes to a few different heroes. One of them was Brigitte, of course, with her shield bash, and the cooldown was up. But this has not gone through. So, yeah, just to be clear, as you can see, shield bash on that 6-second cooldown, not the 7-second cooldown like in the other patch. So yeah, basically some changes have gone through, some haven't. Now, the changes that have gone through are the following, and I'm gonna be very clear here that this is kind of when the changes that have gone through from the PTR properly start in this video. So basically there's been a lot of damage fall off that has been changed, starting with Bastion. So in Sentry, this mode, Sentry, this mode right here, and Configuration Recon, which is this mode right here, the minimum damage at max range has been increased from 30%. So this should be about max range. Well, I can show you guys over here, I guess. Has been increased from 30% to 50%. So here, I do just a little bit more damage than I used to, which is, you know, pretty good for hit scan. Means that hit scan can actually do a little bit more on longer ranges. It's not just Hanzo randomly headshotting people at that distance that actually, you know, does something anymore. And this goes for McCree as well. It's the same 30 to 50% damage on this super long range, the max range that you can have. So basically, over time, the further away you are with any hit scan hero in Overwatch, damage is generally lowered, because you're further away, you deal less damage. That's kind of the idea of that. And yeah, Bastion, McCree, Soldier 76, we're gonna get to in a second, all make sense. But May has also had her damage fall off change, so now she does the same damage at this range. Do you see that damage right there? That was a body shot. This is pretty heavy damage at this range. Actually, a pretty interesting change. We're in a video with iStock's coach of the XL2, a contenders team, the New York XL Academy team, and he said that May could be an interesting hero to have a look at this patch, because she could very well do a lot better now that she has no damage fall off at all at this range. However, Soldier 76, same thing here. The minimum damage at max range has been increased from 30% to 50%. So they deal more damage at this type of range compared to before. Now, another hit scan hero that's actually been changed is Widowmaker, but it's a bit different here. Before, basically, you used to deal quite a lot of damage, even at max range, if you were still just hip firing with this SMG Widow mode right here, as some people call it, Widow SMG. And now you deal 50% of the damage at max range here. So if I stand all the way over here, I deal less damage than I used to, half damage than I used to, exactly. So yeah, that's the max range, just that's in there too. Widow's Kiss now has damage fall off applied on her automatic primary fire, 50% at max range. So all of these range changes are, of course, to bring sort of hit scan heroes in line with the rest of the different characters, and just make sure that damage fall off on mid to long ranges and all that sort of stuff make a little bit more sense. Right, and of course Hanzo has actually had some changes. Now, mainly Storm Arrows has been changed, well, pretty much only Storm Arrows, but you have two changes here, and the first one being the duration. It's been reduced from 6 seconds to 5 seconds, so this right here is now a 5-second duration, the full duration, the bar you can see across the screen there. And yeah, it used to be 6 seconds, now it's 5, so a nice nerf there. And then also, of course, the cooldown on this, you might have noticed it already in the bottom right here, but if you look at the cooldown of my E ability there, Storm Arrows just came off cooldown, you can see that when I've used it, so if I just shoot all of the arrows out, it's 10 seconds and not 8 seconds. So yeah, pretty good. I do feel like that's definitely useful, and I think it's a good nerf. I think it just, yeah, obviously not useful for Hanzo, but I think it's a very justified nerf. Obviously with Hanzo, you don't really feel like a lot of the time that, oh, I wish this ability was off cooldown, because a lot of the stuff he has is, you know, fairly long cooldown, but the thing is it's so effective over such a long amount of time that you don't really feel the cooldowns as much on these heroes, but they have changed that now. Now after that we have Sombra, who has also received some changes. Of course, we have the stealth that now lasts indefinitely. So this is just the infinite stealth thing that we've been talking about so much. It's now live, and yeah, you can't contest objectives when you are invisible like this. And the enemy detection radius has been increased from 2 meters to 4 meters. And then the movement speed buff, or well, yeah, kind of buff in this mode, I guess you could say, has been decreased from 75% to 50%. So they have changed that, but you know, it still feels pretty fast. And yeah, just that has gone through. I know some people might not be too happy about that, but yeah, that has gone through and is on the live service. Also, the translocator now lasts indefinitely, as you can see right there. Now, if I just like press F over here, you can even see it in the bottom right of my screen right now. You can actually remove the translocator, and then you have the little 2 seconds sort of cooldown there as you wait for it to come back up. But yeah, it's a very short cooldown, so it's still very easy to just run around like this, use the translocator. If I go to it, it's 4 seconds, and then just, you know, keep running around, place it down here. Not happy with that, remove it, 2 seconds, and then just be able to place it down again. And it just means that Sombra can, in her stealth mode, move around much faster, and also with just much more choice, because if she puts the translocator in the wrong spot like this, you can always remove it and just change the spot, and you can stay invisible during this whole time, of course, because yeah, that's how stealth and translocator work together. But that is pretty much it for all of the changes. Thank you guys very much for watching this video, and yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed it. Bit of a patch summary just to make very clear what has gone through and what has not gone through for all the different heroes. But yeah, that's all for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you then.